see conditions are not the best. Well guys, welcome back. Thanks for stopping back. So today we're breaking ground. We're breaking ground on the new grain bin dirt work, which if you're new to the channel or haven't been watching every video, we've been stockpiling gravel. We have to do a massive, what do you want to call it, subcut. We got to go down like 8 to 10 feet and refill and pack gravel in so we get a good base for another grain bin. Unfortunately, right or wrong, it starts today because our backs are up against the concrete crew that wants to show up. So we're gonna start, well, just hang on. I'll drive over there and we'll show you what we've been into so far.
The Pro Force is back. It's like June 26th and I'm going out spread. But we're not spreading fertilizer. I am going to be spreading wheat in part of a field that on a dry year drowns out, so there was no way we were planting it this year. We're going to try to establish a cover crop in there to prevent some erosion because it's real fine soil and it loves to fill the ditch in that is supposed to have water in it. So I do have some questions that we're going to have to figure out on the way, but I've got 1,800 pounds of wheat and we're going to try to do 60 pounds a bushel an acre out there. And I'm going to use the small bin, the rear bin in this dual force, which I didn't use a whole lot this spring because we were not doing any variable rate, and wheat is going to be totally different than urea or P&K for how it spreads. But for starters, I was talking to the guy that I go to when I need advice on how to run the Pro Force, and Eli said it might be best to close the gate down to 1 inch. We usually run it at 3 inches in the small bin, 2 inches in the main hopper. So I lowered it down to 1 because we're doing such a low rate per acre. And actually I didn't lower it down to 1 yet. I lowered it down to 1 on the screen. I need to remember to do it back there. Otherwise, I've got exactly enough for the 30 acres I need to spread. No room for error, as usual. So yes, we are doing a cover crop. All of the hate comments will get filtered to the top, so let her eat. No, I'm kidding, but your opinion doesn't matter. Like I said, we're trying to prevent erosion in a spot that we couldn't get planted, and this cover crop will not be an issue next spring when we need it to be black soil so we can work it up if we're able to plant it next spring. But it's going to do its job this summer with the rest of the rains and hopefully prevent soil from going where we don't want it to go.
I really hope the little dump cart hitch has been beefed up enough to withstand the work we're going to give it. She's going to be busy. So, as you can see, the excavator is here. We have removed the gravel driveway, and now we gotta take the black dirt off. Alright, so basically, if you didn't watch the last video, we marked out the perimeter. We gotta be 80 feet round for a 60-foot bend. The dirt work needs to be done. So we took the gravel off, because this used to be a driveway. Now we gotta dig all the black dirt off, put that in a separate pile, and then the clay, we have to dig down well till we hit good dirt, which could be anywhere from 8 to 10, 11 feet, something like that. We'll see how far we get today. So here's what we're dealing with for forecast. Today is Wednesday. Thursday we got, come on, work with me, 1/2 inch possible of rain. Friday a little chance. Saturday looks pretty decent. Monday 1.2 inches. So the goal is by Monday be at the bottom of the hole refilling before Monday. We'll see if that happens, because then we have If that happens, that's going to fill up the hole, most likely, because the whole yard slopes to this location. We don't want that to happen. That would be very bad. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then it's the 4th of July long weekend. And the week after that, they want to be starting to put their forms up for concrete. So, due to the spring, this planting until literally like June 14th, this was supposed to be done by June 14th, and we have not had an opportunity due to rainfall and planting the crop and spraying the crop is what it is. So I'm just glad we're underway and really hoping my hitch don't break off. All right, first load, first of many. So idea is, oh my gosh, so bouncy. Really? What's going on? 2-track. The idea is to take black dirt, put it with our existing black dirt pile, and then the clay we're going to make a big pile out there like we did the last time. And then this fall, since this is black beans, maybe we can haul the black dirt out in the field, kind of spread it around so we can farm it, not have to deal with it. And the clay, I don't really know what we're going to do. Once it dries out, free clay. Anyone that wants it, come get it. And around we will go. Looks like there's at least 2 feet of black dirt.
All this black stuff is what Randy just worked out. Jordan is here with our seed tender, which we're going to try to unload wheat out of.
This is the second time I have been booby-trapped today.
What was the first?
Somebody left the hopper open. And now this one.
It appears as though the trailer is not ready for us.
No, it's leaking for some reason.
So normally there's a tail conductor that sits here, and this runs the little motor with the screw to induct the talc, and that motor seal went out, so it's been being worked on. And 2 open hoses that go right into the hydraulic reservoir. That ain't gonna work. I don't know why a paper towel was supposed to cap that. This is interrupting our seeding. 2024 planting is not done yet.
Nope. Still a struggle.
Well, no one is answering their phones, so we're folding up, heading back to the farm. Got to do some repairs on the seed tender. Shut the tractor down. I tried. Not meant to plant. Meant to spray and fertilize, spread, and all that other stuff. This ain't my department. Shut her down.
This is really lazy. I made an AB curve, so it steers me. Wow. Well, it's there. Why not use it, right? Look at us turning. Right to the pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7th load. Rounding corner number 3. If only it would back up now for me. Whoa. Whoa. A little aggressive. And that might be, it very well could be the last load of corn. We cleaned the last bin out this morning. If that ain't his last, he's only got 1 more load to go. And then the bin side's empty besides beans that should have been sold at harvest. But I suppose you could say that the corn should have been also. Nonetheless, is what it is. Can't change that decision now.
Go ahead. She's plugged. We're back. Let's try to fill this thing and plant 30 acres. It's quite the cover crop. There's soybeans, corn, black beans, wheat, urea, P&K, and some sticks in there. Multi-seeded? I'm gonna get everything out here. So that's 1,800 pounds. that little pile. And I gotta cover 30 acres with it. Oh boy.
He found a rock! Look at the size of that one! Wow! Just been driving it over for years. Oh, another one. Where's one? There is two. Literally always that way. It's wet. Well, a couple hours have gone by and here I am doing the same thing. The hole's getting bigger, but we recruited Brody. He's gonna go push up the pile. It's starting to get too wide. We need to start going higher, so he's going to work on that. I hate to admit this, but there might have been a foot of water in the dump cart on our first load that we did. So now it's like sticking in there. Just somewhat disappointing. But I would say we're over halfway. So that corner right there, we got to go to those flags out into the middle of the driveway. We haven't attacked this area yet because Steve's been trucking, but I think he's done with that now. That pile's probably going to go to the clay because I think we had to build a ramp here with clay because it kind of gains elevation up towards the pits there. So, got to take it in stages as it comes.
Well, I'm spread. It doesn't look like it's going to come out very good. Scale shows I've got plenty in there, but it jumps around so much at 16 pounds an acre. A little bit of wind messes with the scale quite a bit, so we're guessing. Yeah, so I've got 30 acres worth. Well, when I was going with the wind, it says I've got 15 acres of product left. Turned around and started heading into the wind, and now I'm at 9, so that's gonna make it or break it for me. I'm spreading what's close to the ditch here, where we're most worried about soil getting into that ditch, so get done when I can. Well, she ran out. 25 acres I got out of her. Scale jumped around 400 pounds. Not much I can do. Trying to calibrate 30 acres on 60-pound work. Ah, it's frustrating. Whatever. We're done with this. Got the cover crop along the ditch, at least. Left about, I don't know, the west third of that field. Heading back to the shop.
I think we got all the black dirt off. He's got to dig into the driveway now that we're done hauling. He's got to dig the driveway up to about the center of it. So the tricky part about this hole that we did not have to deal with that hole is actually why that bed's sitting there instead of here. Because I don't know if you can see, but there is a definite line right here, which lines up with our tile that drains this little field here. So we're gonna run into that, and then we're gonna have to reroute that from past the grain bin, around the grain bin, reconnecting it with maybe schedule 40 pipe, like hard. Yeah, it's gonna be a mess, is what it's gonna be. On top of that, I think we have one that drains our grain bin pits right about where he's digging right now, that we also are gonna have to address at a later time than today. And then we got to build a ramp. Not that that's a big deal. That'll happen as we go. We'll dig a ramp so we can drive our packer down, our box scraper, payloader, skid loader, you name it. But project's underway. Well, I think this is where progress ends tonight. Got the black dirt off. Tomorrow morning we gotta go get the payloader home from the pit and start the clay adventure, I guess. Did you dream well last night? Dream well? 2 nights ago, before we started this digging project, you said you woke up with the leg sweats because you were so nervous?
About digging the hole? No, I slept good last night because so far it's going good. So it's gonna be perfect, right, Brody?
Now is when we get in the mud, Brody. Today.
What can we wreck?
The first dump that we put in the dump trailer, I think there was a foot of water in it. So that's why it's stuck in the bottom so bad.
Who was the guy that dumped the water out?
Well, there she goes, guys. Last time you see that one. She's going back, over-houred and everything. I guess it's going to wheat and kibble store. So if you're looking for a nice tractor, that's where it'll be. So I had to go to Menards this morning and pick up some Schedule 40 pipe for this project. And then I picked up the packer for when we start refilling it. And they've gotten a lot done. They're not done, but they've gotten a lot done. Look at this. Look at the water in there. Are you supervising? Oh my gosh, Doug's in here.
Takes two to supervise.
You've given up?
Well, I need somebody down there with boots on. And I think we'll take the tile, what's it called? Look for tile? Probe and go probe around and make sure we got all the soft spots out. And I could dig a hole over east and start pumping water. You want to go down there with the probe and just see.
Look for some soft spots.
Wow, it's getting colder out.
Yeah, it's pretty, we're really growing corn today. Gotta wear hoodies and it's almost July.
Don't get me thinking about that.
Crazy. Oh man, there's some water. So, I'm with my probe looking for soft spots, but this is a lot of what we're looking for. So, this is really, really solid clay. Really solid. See this white stuff? That is quite soft. And you can see how the water just pours in through that. So I think we got to take some more out. 6 feet deep over there. This is, I'd say, 4. And the reason they didn't go deeper is because of this tile line here. You can see conditions are not the best. So they didn't dig that tile line out because, well, you can imagine the subsoil moisture here. And if they open that up, that runs in the hole, we'll be flooded out. Eric's stuck in the hole. He says, I'm down here till you push me out. And the payloader is blowing the ground out where they've been trying to load the dump cart. So it seems pretty pointless to load a dump cart and drive it over there, but if you take one bucket full at a time, as you can see, the ground is just blowing out. And that payloader is one heavy thing. Where the dump cart, yes, it's heavy, but it seems like it's floating a lot better. I'm sure conditions could get worse. It always can get worse, right? So I'm just happy to settle with this mess, because I don't want it worse than this. Alright, I've got to go try and find a sump pump, some old sump pump, because he's going to really break into water table now. And we're going to have to pump it out and de-water the hole. Pretty cautious around this grain bin in case there's water in the hole, because we did the same thing there or here as we've done there, and the hole is probably full of water. Like, why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't the hole be full of water? Just gravel, it's just a hole. So if he breaks through that, could potentially have a gushing effect of water and erosion and undermining. Well, there she is. Last used when we ripped down a hog barn. I wonder if it still works. Oh my. The bucket with the holes let water in and not dirt. Well, to try to alleviate the dirt. I gotta test it. All right, moment of truth. Wow, we're in business. Okay, good news. We have a used junk sump pump that still works. No float. Is what it is. Well, it's all on you. Me and Dad have to go to a meeting. So we waited till it was the wettest, most treacherous part for the rookie, somewhat skilled but still rookie operator. How long's it been?
I dug a ditch about 4 years ago with a totally different excavator. It'll be alright. By the time you guys get back, we'll be 100 foot deep. I'm big enough for 2 dips.
I hope not. Oh, can you imagine the water table at 100 feet deep? You'd be below artichoke level coming in.
That's bedrock down there. We'll be good.
Go find some gold. We need that.
Bring some dynamite back.
We come back, the excavator will be sunk in the water up to the house, stuck.
No, I've been watching Gold Rush quite a bit, so I think I know how to run this.
Oh, all right. Good luck, boys.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, it's raining pretty good clip right now. It's really nice, but it's better than what's coming on Monday, and I'm hoping to have that hole filled back up by Monday. Hopefully. Eric should have it handled. I'll talk to Jordan and Brody to see how he does. Well, we're back, and when we were at the end of the driveway, all we could see was the stick sticking out of the hole. Literally, the top of the excavator is like ground level. Are you nervous?
Eric's calling.
Tell him to dig a hole there before you leave. Kind of got it. Might have to do some hand shoveling there or have him dip some. But water is going to run there where the tile is. I'm gonna get my pump down there. He's gonna dip me a hole to set this in. And then I found a float that I think will work here. So we can let this suck overnight. Hopefully.
She's overflowing her.
He kicked you out already, huh?
I got out.
You did good.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, that's really good. Well, you're hired.
I just need to take that in the thumb. Go find some trees.
Oh yeah, Duggo 2.0.
That's what I want.
He's gonna, looks like he's leaving the hole. He's gonna get to where his boom can't go anymore, and then he's gonna slide back in.
He won't be able to turn around.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, I got my sump pump set up here. So, dug a little hole there, all the water's running in, and then it's leaving.
You're flooding the black bins.
It's better than my hole being flooded.
That should run all night.
Probably will. But count I see it's the tile line upstream is also running into the hole. It's wet. This is going to be an issue. That's the tile line from upstream. It is capped, but it's coming through the perforations that fast. All right, I got a shovel. I'm going to do some ditching. I think I got a large majority of the water ditched with the shovel to our low point. Dad's also helping with that, sitting on the edge and opening it up. Our sump pump has yet to turn off, and I don't think it's going to. between the 2 tile lines leaking into the hole and then just the groundwater coming in. Could be challenging. Could be very challenging. That's steep grade. So I'm thinking when it comes to filling it, we're gonna have to like chase the water. Start on this side, chase it towards the pump. Maybe skid loader and try to level it down a little bit in there. I don't really know. I'm not a professional dirt worker. I know enough to get ourselves to say yes to projects like this and then learn as we go. Learn as we go.
3 nights for sure I woke up thinking about it. Never worry. What is it? Don't worry about the future. Today's got enough worries of its own, or I don't know. I'll have to go home and read that.
Well, now we have another decision to make. I just plugged the sump pump in that pumps the water out of the hole that these pits are in, which is really full. And I've heard horror stories of if you let the water get up too much, they'll actually lift your pits out of the ground. So we're pumping it in the hole.
It's seeping.
It's gonna come out of there eventually. It's starting to.
I did kind of catch that a little bit too, so it might be a little smashed that time.
Don't worry, it's all gotta be, we gotta bring it up to the tile level, get the grade stick out, and then lay in schedule 40 pipe, and then it'll be perfect. We'll have tile under our bin. That sounds like
None
it
of
should.
that. You're right.
It should work. Well, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video. We're done for the day. It's 8 o'clock at night. I knew it was gonna be a push to get that done today, but we got her done. Next video will probably be the filling process. So make sure to stop in again. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.